Y'all already know this is Punch on Boxing, aka Mr. Moonshine himself, aka El Adobo, aka El Sazón, aka El Borracho, aka Café Bustelo, aka El Pastor de Boxeo. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know fight week, re-hot season, re-hot season. One of the most anticipating rematches in the sport of boxing. Artur Beterbiev, undisputed light heavyweight champion of the world, versus Dimitri Bivol, the rematch. And I believe it's going to be a close fight. Close fight. Good matchups. Intriguing matchups. We got Virgil Ortiz, one of the phenom in the 154-pound division. Knockout artist. Got two of the best knockout artists in the sport of boxing in this card. Virgil Ortiz, as we all know, going to be facing Madrimov. Madrimov, who made a great account of himself, versus Terrence Bud Crawford, a guy that's regarded pound for pound. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can flip it around. That's going to be an intriguing matchup because then we're going to understand who's really the top dog in the 154-pound division. Now, performances is key. You feel me? In the sport of boxing, especially in this generation, you just can't win the fight. A lot of people want to know how you're going to win the fight. People going to place you on how you win the fights. So shout out to Virgil Ortiz. I got Virgil Ortiz. I don't even need to think about it. I don't need to do any more how you say it, any more film study on Virgil Ortiz and Madrimov. I believe that Virgil Ortiz is gonna be victorious versus Madrimov, but it ain't gonna be easy. But you know what I'm saying? Good things and greatness ain't supposed to be easy, especially in the sport of boxing. Smash that like button, baby. Smash. If you haven't become a member to the channel, support the channel, become a member. Also, folks, we got Shakur Stevenson, the 3-division world champion, currently holding the WBC lightweight championship strap, versus the phenom in the 135-pound division, Floyd Schofield, Kid Austin, looking to upset Shakur Stevenson. We're going to be talking about also the hand of Shakur Stevenson, the brittle hands of Shakur Stevenson. That's a story right now in the sport of boxing. Is Shakur Stevenson coming too early? Pause. Because we all know that Shakur Stevenson had surgery, hand surgery. I think it was right hand surgery, September. He was supposed to be facing Joe Cordina. He pulled out of the fight because he had surgery. Is he coming too soon? Is it that he's probably desperate for that turkey out shake money? You know what, man? I need that money now because he didn't fight Joe Cordina. And as we all know, this is the way that these fighters to make their money. Not everybody's Canelo Alvarez. Not everybody could take their time. But not even Canelo Alvarez took a time when he had hand surgery and for John Ryder. Shout out to Davo, Carlos in the building. What's good, man? What else? What else? We're gonna be talking about that fight. Carlos Adamas, Sharice gonna be told that's gonna be a good fight. People feel that's gonna be an upset as well. Dominicano, Carlos Adamas. You know what I'm saying? Great matchups. We got Joseph Parker versus Danny Dubois, two of the most active heavyweights. Shout out to Joseph Parker's team, done a wonderful job. You know what I'm saying? Done a wonderful job. Lee, trainer, doing a wonderful job. Ben Whitaker just hired Lee as well, Andy Lee as his trainer, as his new trainer. Hopefully, Ben Whitaker does a number on his fight. I believe he's going to be in April versus Cameron. Get that momentum right back. Gary in the building, Joshua in the building. What's good, man? But that's not going to be in the rehab season. Ben Whitaker's going to have his own card, boxer card. I believe it's going to be in April. Ooh, man. Just seen a couple of interviews and stuff like that with Gervonta Tank David is going to be having his fight March 1st, Brooklyn, New York, my city, versus Lamont Roach. A lot of people ain't giving Lamont Roach a chance. And like I said yesterday, I've been saying even ever since that match, of course, you know, there's a lot of people that feel like, you know what, that Gervonta Tank Davis at this stage of his career should be fighting somebody else, should be fighting one of the guys that we've been matching him up with the Shakurs, with the Haneys, with the Teofimo Lopez. He already fought Ryan Garcia. And you know what, folks? Just like I'm a human, y'all humans, I have the right, I have the right to change my opinions. I have a right. You know what, man? I've been thinking about certain things in the sport of boxing, certain situations. You know what? Sometimes you got to look at it from a different perspective, not even a different perspective, but you know, like, you know what I noticed in boxing? That a lot of fans just want to be frustrated. You just want to stay stuck in being frustrated. To the point where you think that whatever you feel should happen in the sport of boxing. But if you notice in boxing, boxing doesn't move the way the fans want it to move. It is what it is. It's never been like that. I'm not gonna say never, but it's rarely happened in the time frame where we want to fight, where we want something to happen in the sport of boxing. We think in our mind that we control ish. We think that we know it all. We think we're not even, hey yo, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you like this. 99% of the people that's listening to the to certain podcasts and hosts, some of us know people in the business of boxing, but most of the people, 99%, 98% of the people don't understand the business of boxing anyway. What's good? One thing for sure, and one thing I know for a fact, that if you're a hardcore boxing fan, you respect Javante Tan Davis' skills and talent. If you're a person that be like, nah, Javante Tan Davis ain't this, you're not a fan of boxing. You don't know what the hell you watching. Just stick to male volleyball or figure skating or something like that. Because Javante Tan Davis is the goods. Javante Tan Davis, I've been saying for since the beginning. Since the beginning, we've been talking about Javante Tan Davis on my channel. He is special. But he hasn't done a special thing. He's special. Only dummies will say he's not. Gervonta Tank Davis got the goods. Freak of nature power, athleticism, skills, jab, power in both hands. Could fight on the inside, could fight on the outside. Footwork, reflex, twitch muscle, defense. He has it all. And everybody with a boxing eye knows it. Everybody in the boxing eye that got a boxing eye knows it. And in sports, it's unfortunate. But even though, and especially in America, even though that when you see something great, we're spoiled. No, 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 you gotta be greater. You think that everybody was satisfied with Muhammad Ali? You think that everybody was satisfied with Mike Tyson? You think that everybody was satisfied with Oscar de la Hoya? You think that everybody was satisfied even with Canelo Alvarez right now? Do you think that everybody is satisfied with greatness? No. Do you understand why people don't is not nearly satisfied with greatness? I ain't even gonna say satisfied. Do you understand why people don't understand certain greatness? It's because greatness is abnormal. Not everybody. Most people that live never tasted greatness, never truly put in the work. Give me a second. Not everybody that starts something at 6, 5, 7, 2 years old and say, you know what? I'm gonna be the greatest in this. Not everybody gets the opportunity. The same bashing in everybody. Hey yo, I wanted to be. First I wanted to be a drummer. Wanted to be a baseball player. Wanted to play ball. I never get to achieve it in the highest level. The best thing I've achieved, and the best thing I have, to be honest, my greatness is being a father. That's my greatness. To be honest, if it wasn't for my fatherhood, I wouldn't even have an identity. I'll just be another grain of salt on earth, in the beach, in the desert. Greatness is abnormal. It's not normal. Most people witness greatness, but not most people achieve greatness. Teofimo Lopez said he's a drug dealer. Hey yo, some people had their run on being a drug dealer, but guess what? They get caught or they die. They get caught or they die. Good looking out, champ in the building. What's good? And E-Boxer fan in the building. Now, this is it. We're going to have some real talk in this. We're going to have real talk. It's going to be unfortunate, but my opinion, just one opinion, it's not going to matter. It's just like Jay-Z said, we don't believe you need more people. Fight Sports Talk in the building. What's good, man? Just like boxing, right? Just like boxing. You notice it doesn't matter at this point. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. And this is why I keep on saying for the people when I talk about the pound for pound list, right? I'm talking about Ring Magazine pound for pound, ESPN pound for pound, right? And there's a lot of people that be like, well, you know what I'm saying? The pound for pound list is just opinionated. The pound for pound list is just opinion. And let me tell you about the opinions of those people that are in the panelists of the pound for pound list. They got the power of the pen. The power of the pen that me, you do not have. They have the power to put these fighters into the Hall of Fame. And if these same people, shout out to the writers, shout out to Fisher, shout out to all the writers, Keith, Dan. Some people like him, some people don't like him. But let me tell you like this, folks. They got the power of the pen. And if you look at their pound for pound list, and they have Gervonta Tank Davis over fighters like Teofimo Lopez, two-time lineal champion, Devin Haney, two division world champion, undisputed in the lightweight division, Shakur Stevenson, three-division world champion, unified the titles in the super featherweight division, now currently holding the WBC strap. Gervonta Tank Davis got an interim belts, won some belts over some guys that wasn't really nothing special, to be honest. No disrespect to them. But the pundits, the writers, the people that got the power of the pen put Gervonta Tank Davis above these guys. So as much great things that these guys have accomplished, they put Gervonta Tank Davis above these guys. It's unfortunate. It is what it is. You can't fight the system. You can't beat the system that wasn't created. The champ Teofimo Lopez said, Tank is a great talent, however, will never know more than he shows with the competition they set for him. Facts. But you know what? That doesn't override what the people with the power of the pen puts in place. The box office, the seats, the notoriety. Even if you hear guys like Mike Tyson, who's your favorite fighter? Gervonta Tank Davis. Who's the best? Roy Jones Jr., Gervonta Tank Davis. Canelo Alvarez. Who's your favorite fighter to watch? Gervonta Tank Davis. And you know, Ryan Garcia and Teal. But Gervonta Tank Davis keeps slipping on these people's mouths. Sugar Ray Leonard. Gervonta Tank Davis is the guy. The legends of the game always mentions Gervonta Tank Davis first when they say, who's your favorite fighter? Who's the guy? If you be like, yo, who's the best? Who's the favorite in the 135-pound division? Who's the favorite? Gervonta Tank Davis versus Lomachenko, they say Tank. Who's the favorite? Gervonta Tank Davis versus Shakur Stevenson, they say Tank. It doesn't matter what these other guys done. It's always Tank. Even in the 140-pound division. They did a poll. People put a poll up. Yo, if it's T.O. versus Tank, they'd be like Tank. And T.O. is the king in the 140-pound division, but guess what? They'd be like Tank. Everything is Tank. From 130 to the 140-pound division, you put him up. Oh, I think Tank is going to win. They think Tank is going to win. Even though I believe in the 140-pound division, I got T.O. But more people still is putting Tank. It's something that Tank is doing that is just not only captivating the imagination, the emotions of the boxing pundits and media, and even legendary fighters. What the other guys are doing that is still, people still stuck on, then Tank is the man. Nah, Tank is the man. What all the other guys are doing? Because they're accomplishing some great stuff. They're accomplishing, they're accomplishing some great stuff. Put it this way, yo, if Shakur beats Lomachenko, well, Devin Haney already beat Shakur, and Teofimo Lopez was the first one to beat Shakur when I'm sorry, Teofimo Lopez. I'm sorry, what I said. If Shavant, no, if Shakur beats Lomachenko, my fault, I was talking too fast. If Shakur beats Lomachenko, right? Just let's say, I'm just giving you an example. We already know that Devin Haney beat Lomachenko, and we know that Teofimo Lopez beat Vasily Lomachenko when he was regarded pound for pound number one. Still, if you be like, yo, who's gonna win? Javon Davis or Shakur Stevenson, they'll be like, Tank. Who you think was gonna win? Javon Davis or Keyshawn Davis, they'd be like Tank. If you ask all these guys, hey yo, T.O., who you think will be the hardest opponent? Devin, Ryan, Tank, or Shakur? If you ask Shakur, who you think will be the toughest opponent? Tank, T.O., Ryan, or Haney? Ask Haney that. Ask Ryan that. And if you've seen in his interviews, Javonte Davis is the guy that most say he's probably the hardest one, or no, most difficult one, or the better one. So even with his contemporaries, Javonte Davis is that guy. It's coming to sport of boxing. It doesn't matter what these other guys do, or accomplish great things. Like I said, Teofimo Lopez, 2 division lineal champion. Do you know how hard it is to be a lineal champion in the 100+ year sports in the sport of boxing? Matter of fact, over 100+ years. Over 100+ years. Boxing is the most documented sports in the history of all sports. And they still, you go to Ring Magazine, a matter of fact, go to the pound for pound list. Some of the pound for pound lists don't even have T.O. in it. Go check it out. Seemed like a slap in the face, right? But they have Tank. What is Tank doing? How is Tank performing? Tank is smaller than all these guys. He is. Teofimo Lopez, the champ, says there are major corporations that support those who are willing to be engineered by those who create narratives and manipulate the people. Boxing is a money laundering game that has no wrong outcome. It's been highly documented that the world of boxing, mob ties, corruption, politics, and the only thing that you could actually respect in the sport of boxing is the art in the ring, the actual fight. Not even the fighters in the ring, not even the fighters in the ring has the power to fight what's outside of the ring, or what can transpire outside of the ring. Once it goes to a decision, it's out of the fighter's hands. It's out of the fighter's hands. Once it goes to a decision, it doesn't matter how much you perform. Yeah, at the end of the day, I'm gonna say it like this: everybody, high invested fighters, get a piece of the corruption. Yeah. Every invested fighter, high invested fighter, may have the chance. Every high invested fighter has an opportunity. Could be in the good end of a corruption or a politics in the sport of boxing, and the bad end. Y'all hear me? HLD in the building. What's good? HLD. Cosmic in the building. Mindful Sage in the building. What's good? Y'all hear me? Okay, okay. All right. So I'm gonna give you an example. I know this is not boxing, but I'm gonna give you an example. My son. My son could be in a team where he's the top dog. He's the main scorer. He's getting the minutes. He ain't even getting benched. Right? Then he could be in another team. Got some other good scorers and stuff like that, but probably the coaches just knew, don't know him too much. And he's not the star. He's confused. Well, I'm not the star. Like, I mean, this team, I'm scoring 20 plus, but in this team, they playing me like what the like I ain't what's going on? And I even tell my son, like, relax, go through all these experience. Because just like when you were in a star in this team, and then this kid that you know that is good, but he's riding the bench, you know what I'm saying? It happens. It happens. Hey, you may probably lose one fight, and you because the politics help you gain that fight, but you may be, or you may, almost like George Cambosa versus Maxie Hugh, right? We knew that Maxie Hugh won that fight. It's almost like, put it this way, Josh Taylor versus Jack Catterall. The first fight, a lot of people felt like Catterall beat Josh Taylor. In the second fight, I I actually think that Josh Taylor got robbed in the second fight. In the first fight, but then people didn't care. You know why? Because they feel like, well, Jack Catterall got robbed the first fight, so who cares that he won the second fight? But in all actuality, I thought that Jack Catterall actually lost the last fight. So you could be in the good end of a corruption or the bad end of the corruption. It's the nature of the game. If you don't like it, knock out your opponent. That's the hard truth. It's just the hard truth, right? But we're just witnesses. We're just viewers. How can we tell a fighter gotta do what you gotta do? Like micromanage the fighter to do something. Yeah, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. We don't believe you. You need more people. The more people you have, the more. Some people say that Javante Tan Davis being the guy is a narrative. But then if you ask all those and his contemporaries, who's the hardest opponent? If they say, nah, I think it's Tank. If that's who's the you think is the legacy fight, I think it's Tank, then it's not a narrative. It's not a narrative. If they be like, hey, yo, nah, man, come on, man, yo, hey, yo, Allen Iverson ain't the man, bro. He's not better than this one because he don't got no 5 chips or 4 chips or 3 chips. Now, Allen Iverson ain't the man, but then you ask Kobe, yo, Kobe, who's your fearless competitor? Allen Iverson. Hey, yo, Ray Allen, who's your fearless competitor? Yo, Allen Iverson. Hey, yo, who you think is better? Tim Hardaway. Who you think is who's the hardest one to go? Allen Iverson. Hey, yo, who you think is who? Allen Iverson, Carmelo Anthony, Allen Iverson, LeBron James, Allen Iverson. All right, Allen Iverson. You understand what I'm trying to say? Y'all understand that? Yeah, Allen Iverson don't got chips, but you ask his contemporaries, who's that top guy? Who's the dog? Who's the one that? Yeah, Allen Iverson. And maybe Javante Tank Davis is the Allen Iverson in the sport of boxing. Remember, they used to call Allen Iverson pound for pound the best. So it's those who create it offered that 33-degree pay and light. However, I felt that it was not of God. Truth is in the pudding when it comes to the prophets. Shit, AI went at the best. Not good comparison punch. What are you talking about though? But he never beat the best though. You understand what I'm trying to say? What I'm trying to say is that you might not get the rings like Kobe. You may not get the rings like LeBron James. But your contemporaries know that you the guy. None of these guys say Tavonta Tank Davis is not good, doesn't got great skills. They all say it. They all say it. Everybody say it. All I'm saying is forget all the narrative and the lights and the glamours and all that. I say it. I think Teofimo Lopez, I think Teofimo Lopez legacy fight is Tank. I've been saying this since even before Tio accomplished the fight with Lomachenko. I see. In the end of the day of this generation, it will be that's the biggest. For me, that's the biggest fight. That's the biggest fight. He got the accomplishment. He got the Teofimo Lopez got the accomplishment, but also they factor in performances throughout everything. Some people may say, well, Teofimo Lopez, man, look at what he did to Josh Taylor. Look what he did to Richard Comey. Look what he did to Josh Taylor. But then he look at the other performances and stuff like that. It's kind of satisfactory. He won, but he didn't look like that special one. Maybe he raised the bar. Because now I get it. With Tio, I get it. He beat Lomachenko, and when the way that he beat Lomachenko, because like I told y'all before, I said that Teofimo Lopez is gonna outbox for say Lomachenko. Motherfuckers, yeah, 90% of y'all said that is he only got a puncher's chance. So now he gotta live by that standard now. And they're gonna hold now. Teofimo Lopez is hold to a standard. Javonta Tank Davis is not held to a standard. That's the unfair part of Tio, Tank, especially Tio and Tank. That's the standard. That he has the standard. They're not giving Javonta Tank Davis a standard. Teofimo Lopez says, I'm looking forward to fighting this year so things can really start moving. I hope so, man. I hope so. I need to see Tio back in the ring ASAP. But I'll say this. Now boxing scene has wrote a piece. Y'all check out the boxing scene. Talking about what was the title of the boxing scene? Hold on, folks. Give me a second. Give me a second. Title of the boxing scene was because we was talking about this yesterday. Give me a second. We was talking about this yesterday. Hold on. Hold on. Where the boxing scene at? All right. And we was talking about this yesterday. The headline said Teofimo Lopez's racist remarks may prevent the fights he seeks to create. That's the new that was yesterday's boxing scene piece. And we was talking about it yesterday, right? And I said, and I did a couple of videos about it. Yeah, in the history of the sport of boxing, we understand certain fighters need to do something to entice a fight, to promote a fight, to build a fight, to marinate a fight. And some of the negative, the negative, the way to promote a fight, it is supposed to be disrespectful. It's supposed for you not to like it. You're not supposed to like what Teofimo Lopez is saying directly to these guys. That's the point. It's to pinch the nerve, ignite emotions. But it's not. It's not doing it to these fighters. Maybe times has changed. Maybe the not was not the reputation, but yeah, I remember I said this the other day. You know, people used to tell, Black America that black men, black young men in the community, they go off emotions, and the emotions makes them do, they react off emotions, would make them do negative actions and then land in jail, right? Because to ignite these emotions, the emotions that black people have, have adopted because of the pain and the suffering of this country and things of that nature, right? They always talk about the angry black woman and stuff like that. You understand what I'm trying to say? Seems like they outgrown of that. Seems like certain they don't not thinking out of emotions. Now they're in a position where they could tell another, oh, you being racist to me, or you thought that, oh, you think we're gonna get a fight now? Oh, you think I'm gonna be putting money in your pocket? Oh, sorry. Teofimo Lopez said, whoever made boxing soft needs milk Viagra because they not real men. Boxing, we was talking about that. Boxing is soft. So we got two. It's only two ways that we as fans, if we feel like boxing is soft, is the GG juice, is a bunch of beta males, then we got to stop watching boxing, or keep on watching it and adjust to what is boxing today. Keyshawn Davis says, no, I'm not giving a fight. I don't want to fight Teofimo Lopez because he said this racist stuff. Javante Tan Davis said today on a podcast. Let me put what Javante Tan Davis said. Let me give you the sound bite. 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 Hold on.
He kept saying all this wild shit like monkey this, monkey that. And he disrespected me as a man, so that's another reason why I wouldn't give him a fight.
And then right after that, he said, but I would give him a fight. But he actually, in the interview, actually indicated that he could have fought Teofimo Lopez. But paraphrasing, indirectly, he's saying, well, I know Lamar Roach and I was hooking him up, basically. So he didn't give Teofimo Lopez the fight because he felt disrespected. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we was talking about that. Let's listen to it again. If y'all haven't listened, shout out to the interviewer. Hold on, give me a second. Let me take this thing out. Shout out to the interviewer. What's his name?
He kept saying all this.
Jay Hill. Jay Hill. Shout out to Jay Hill with the interview and stuff like that.
He kept saying all this wild shit like monkey this, monkey that. And he disrespected me as a man, so that's another reason why I wouldn't give him a fight.
Do y'all agree? We was talking about this. It's a new wave. It's a new thing in the sport of boxing. And it's just not Tank saying this. Oh, you gotta respect and ask nicely. See, I don't agree with that. But we're living in a different time right now. Canelo Alvarez said that about David Benavidez. Oh, he not respecting me. He don't get no payday. He not respecting me. Why should I give him a payday? Why should I give him a money? Because if I fight him, he got money. I not respect. He not respecting me. He don't come correct. Basically, Keyshawn Davis said about Teofimo Lopez. I ain't gonna be putting million in his pocket. Javante Tan Davis said it as well. What's going on in the sport of boxing? So now you got to be nice. Now you got to be nice. So it's either you adjust as a fan, and maybe Tio got to adjust his approach because now he's getting actually there's the community. There's a lot of people in the community that feel like, you know what? They don't want. Instead of saying, hey, yo, we want somebody to whoop Teofimo Lopez behind, get him in the ring, yo, beat the racial slur out his mouth, all that banana, watermelon shit, and all that stuff. They're not on that type of time, folks. They don't want the black fighters to give him an opportunity now. For example, Najee from Cigar Talk, Teofimo Lopez tweeted, my goodness, at least tag me. He says, all the top black fighters sticking together to not give Teofimo a fight. Love to see it. Gotta get the bag another way, homie. This is a boxing channel, folks. This is a boxing channel that's saying, no, Keyshawn, Gervonta Tan Davis, all my black brothers, don't give him a fight. Get it somewhere else. He don't want to see the fight. He's a bro. He's black as well. Nah. Hey, yo, get it somewhere else. He don't want Teofimo Lopez to get the fight. He feels offended, probably. Teofimo Lopez tweeted at Gervonta Tan Davis with that interview that he just had. What the F is this Javante? I know them headbangers. Shout out to Barry Hunter. Shout out to Patrice Harris. Great dudes out there in Headbangers Gym. That's right there. That Headbangers Gym is real. They got real dog house. That's a real dog house. And anybody know from the East Coast, you go to that gym, great sparring over there. Or looking at this, come on, Tank. This ain't you talking. See, from Lopez feel like, come on, man, Tank, come on, what? And you know what? And if you really listen to Gervonta Tan Davis when he talk about Teofimo Lopez, he does respect them. Because in recent interview, and even Devin Haney said the same thing that Tank Davis said. The guy that actually fought somebody, Gervonta Tan Davis has said it in the past, was Teofimo Lopez. He even said it in this interview. He said Teofimo Lopez fought two guys that is respectable. Let's not forget that even Eli Setback was watching the fight with Tio and Lomachenko together. Everybody respects Tio. But now they're finding an excuse. This is the new excuse not to have him fighting. HLD with the $5 super chat says, look how the media ignores Keyshawn and Top Rank's inside job with the bananas and the watermelon box, then accuses Baranchik and the innocent man for buzz. I know. Hey, if I was in the, hey, put it this way, folks. Top Rank blackballed me just for conducting the interview when Teofimo Lopez said what he said, right? Little old me, go look it out, HLD. It was big when Tio said it, but when it was them, oh no. Oh no, now everybody could have an interview with somebody, interview about the racial thing and something like that. Or Keyshawn Davis could call Gervonta Tan Davis light skin and all that. Yeah, it's okay. It's all right. But let me tell you like this though. Let me tell you like this though. Fighters also have to fight and share light to those podcasts also that speak truth, that holds them down. You know what I'm saying? Got to. El devotion. St. Michael's is my defender. That group that those fighters are in a rude awakening. Best believe what I say, Punch. By the way, my divorce is finalized in less than 72 hours. Hey, man. Just celebrate. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do in the next? I mean, when that 72-hour passes, you're gonna celebrate. You gonna have a divorce party like Dr. Dre? Was it Dr. Dre that had a divorce party? Hunter other Hunt in the building. What the hell just happened to my super chat? I didn't see it, bro. What's good, Hunter other Hunt? Tank was never trying to fight Tio, fake ass globetrotter fighter. More people, but look at this. How many views? How many views does that platform have? That interview has already. So boom, that right there is gonna carry more weight. Collecting these 30 M's. And I get it. Yo, Punch, would you step in the ring with a prime Mike Tyson for 500 million, 50 million? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. For 500,000. For 500,000, man. I think I'm athletic, man. I could get out the way for a few of them. I do what this good do. Was it Sheldon? I just drop and stuff like that. I'll take a dive. Let me say it like this. And it's just like Canelo Alvarez also explained it in a way. Yeah, you become a major star, but it's just not what you do in the ring. You got to build a team. You got to have a team. Even rich folks that's not a celebrity, they have a team. They have financial advisors, they have financial firms and stuff like that that help them invest money, teach them how to grow their money, invest money and stuff like that. There's fighters. I seen fighters be having their friends and their, that really doesn't know too much and how to sustain that machine. They don't know how to create that machine. Sometimes you got to be at the right place at the right time. Sometimes you got to be at the right place at the right time. That's sad. So Haney shouldn't fight any white boxers under the table. I just feel like, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter. It's not about liking or disliking, agreeing or disagreeing. Sometimes it is what it is. Shout out to the podcast. It is what it is. It is what it is. Gervonta Tank Davis has the benefit of the doubt over all of them right now. Gervonta Tank Davis has the benefit of the doubt over all of them right now. And it don't matter how many belts or accolades or accomplishment Tio, Shakur, Haney have accomplished. Gervonta Tank Davis is the guy that most people want to see. Most people say is better. He's on a pound for pound list above these guys. You got people saying that Gervonta Tank Davis is already a Hall of Famer on live television, on ESPN, on Fox, PBC, on the Zone. Ladies and gentlemen, it is what it is. Now, what these guys have to do to be above Gervonta Tank Davis? Because technically, accomplished wise, they have. Are we truly now living in the era of the sport of boxing that belts don't matter? Is it? Let me say it like this, folks. The fight with Shakur Stevenson and Kid Austin, Shakur Stevenson gonna have to do more than just outbox him if he's gonna win. That's why the guy like Keyshawn Davis winning the way that he won, he was supposed to win it like that. Send a statement. Victor Cortez in the building. Imagine if Latinos got that type of energy. Ryan denies Devin fight. Canelo denies Crawford fight. But oh wait, they be ducks according to LDBC. Good looking out Victor Cortez. But they're not. Maybe Ryan Garcia should be like, you know what, Teofimo Lopez, just let me and you fight. Hey yo, they calling us, hey yo, Teo, they calling us racist. So let's have a racist fight. Who wins is the Something gotta give. Something gotta give. In the end of the day, I would think that if Ryan Garcia and Teofimo Lopez fight, whatever the outcome is, shit. If Tio fights Ryan Garcia and lays Ryan Garcia out, stops Ryan Garcia, and a lot of people feel like the best win for Gervonta Tan Davis is the Ryan Garcia fight, or that's the fight that everybody's seen what Gervonta Tan Davis did because it was a huge event. Have to adjust the approach because now it's becoming a thing. Now it's becoming. I don't think it's by it doesn't. The energy is not the same. The energy is not there. Let's be real. Let's be real. And T on the chat. Let's be real. It's not catching the wave that most people would have thought. Even though when he said, "Hey, yo, man," he's saying some disrespectful. All right, man, who's gonna f him up? They're not. It's not the energy. They don't want Bud to give Teofimo Lopez an opportunity. They don't want Tank now to give him an opportunity. They don't want. They don't want Shakur to fight him. It's weird. So now you have to adjust with the time. You have to adjust with the time because easily, and we're living at a time right now that whether people like it or not, there is a saying that we don't have to fight you. We don't have to break bread with you. And ain't nobody shaming Gervonta Tan Davis to fight Tio. The shame ain't even all that. Gervonta Tan Davis ain't getting shamed for nobody because everybody already feels, a lot of people feel like he's the best one out of all of them. He don't even gotta earn it. He don't even gotta earn to be in the pound for pound list. He don't even have to earn for people to say that he's the best. So guess what? You gotta be the Don or you gotta get whacked in the ring. It's the only way. It don't matter what these other guys accomplish. They're gonna look at Gervonta Tan Davis as the guy. The only guy, the guy that becomes the guy in this generation gotta whack Gervonta Tan Davis. Tank is the big prize. Rap Store Boxing Out is the voice of the UK London. The- I- that's the outcast Teofimo. And yo, we seen fighters get outcast, bro. We seen it. And you know what name I'm gonna be talking about, right? You know what name I'm gonna bring up? The name that y'all hate when I bring up. The name that y'all hate that I bring up, they outcast him. And the boxing world watched it and was okay with it. Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade. Yes, I said the name again. The whole world watched his whole career, especially when he became middleweight champion, and they outcast him. And nobody to this day gives a damn. Let's be real. Y'all didn't give a damn. Nobody cared that Canelo Alvarez ducked him and didn't go for undisputed. Y'all didn't give a damn what Jamal Charlo said. We're blackballing Demetrius Andre. Y'all didn't give a damn that Triple G said, gave Demetrius Andre a handshake and said, I'd rather go to Japan and fight Murata. None of you guys. They didn't care. Don't matter how much skills he had. It don't matter how much the amateur he had. It didn't matter. He said, even HOD, look, Boo Boo did it all his own stupid actions. See? Guess what, HOD? A lot of people think that what Teofimo Lopez is doing the stupid shit. How about that? That's what they feel. Read. Read what's going on. Look what these fighters are saying. All of them. Bud. Bud's team. Gervonta Tank Davis. Keyshawn Davis. They're saying consecutively, oh, I'm not going to give him a fight because he's doing some stupid shit. He's being racist, blah, 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 blah. But there's a lot of people that feel like that. There's a lot of people that feel like that. There's a lot of people that feel like that. See? You could easily be outcasted. You could be easily outcasted because in the end of the day, this is business. I don't have to do business with you. And if I could, if the masses, let me tell you like this also. Let me tell you like this also. Why a Tio may not get the benefit of the doubt, not only from a fighter, because let's be real, let's be honest. Teofimo Lopez said what he said about ESPN. Teofimo Lopez talked shit about Showtime. Teofimo Lopez talked shit about The Zone. Teofimo Lopez talked about all the networks. Teofimo Lopez talked shit about Eddie Hearn. Teofimo Lopez talked shit about Bob Arum. Teofimo Lopez said, so you already has talking so shit about the establishment, the networks, the promoters, and the fighters. They could easily be like, you know what? Can you imagine if Turkey Al Sheikh said, I do not want to order a deal from Lopez. Fuck him. Fuck him. What do you think the promoter's gonna be doing? No, 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 please, please, please. Give. And then you're not getting and if you're getting if you rubbing the promoters the wrong way, that the promoter is the extension of of the networks and the people that actually talk. Theo knows that the people in Top Rank do not like him. He knows that. I know that. I know that. He knows that. I know that. But talk to other people in the sport of boxing. Talk to the other people in the sport of boxing. You have to adjust some way, somehow. And you have to listen. You have to adjust some way. You're creating too many enemies to the point where nobody gonna want to help you. Certain point you gotta adjust. Everybody has to adjust. You have to pivot a different way. He said Turkey likes Tio. He pays more than. No, yeah, I said Turkey. Yeah, he's a champion. He's in position. But you could also get whacked and get whacked. They try to whack Tio. What you thought? Tio versus Josh Taylor was in position for Tio to beat Josh Taylor? That wasn't the position. He was not in position to beat. That was a fight that they'd be like, all right, man, I'm done with this kid. Let's put him in with Josh Taylor right now. And that's it. Because when he loses, we're done with him. Gotta meet him halfway though. God will help, and Father is the key to all things. Gotta meet him halfway though. Got to meet him halfway. You know what I'm saying? That's why he gave us choices. Still gotta do certain things. God already put you in position to be the greatest. He's already putting you in position. He has put you in the tracks. He has put Teofimo Lopez in the tracks to be the greatest. Because look what he's already accomplished. But it's not supposed to be easy. God declared me Ring Magazine champion, who he is the owner of the company. Turkey Out Shake. Now tell Turkey Out Shake to tell those people in Ring Magazine to have you in the pound for pound, because how are you going to be the ring champion, but not in the ring pound for pound? Feel me? Gotta tell these folks, because I'm telling you, Tio have you signed a 3-fight deal. We need Tio in that. They can't be snubbing you like that, because that it doesn't make sense. And then Turkey says, Teofimo Lopez said, yo, what about 15 rounds for undisputed matchup? He said, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it. I don't agree. I am not worried. I will not take this for granted either. Turkey wants to see me fight first. Oh, we all seen you fight. We all seen you fight. Time to make that statement, Tio. It's time to make that mother effing statement. You get in the ring with somebody that we all know is not in your level, you gotta take them out. Right? That's what it is. It's about performances, right? If you in the ring with somebody that's not on your level, you got to take him out. And nobody put more pressure on himself than you. Nobody put more pressure than Tio. He's a perfectionist. Now, if it's a unification bout, Richardson Hitchens, you know what I'm saying? That's unification bout right there. You know what I'm saying? Teofimo Lopez said, agree. Feel me? He know. We know that's why Champ, that's why we could talk to Champ like that. Champ got a thick skin. Balls, not like these other fighters that a little thing they be like, oh my God, I ain't fucking with these motherfuckers. They all haters and shit like that. Nah, man. And that's a good thing though. See, the pressure, like I said before, the pressure in Tio is that he did something so great so early, so nothing could be below his performance with Lomachenko and Josh Taylor. But you see how we all get excited with, hey, Keyshawn Davis, he stopped Dennis Berincic. Oh my God. You see that? If Tio would have done that to Dennis Berincic, we'd be like, all right, that's just Dennis. I mean, who's Dennis? That's not even no pound for pound fight. All right, that's what Teofimo Lopez is supposed to do, right? Teofimo Lopez knocked out Richard Comey in the second round. That ain't put him in the pound for pound. There was still another guy. There was still Lomachenko. That's what I'm saying. That Tio put himself in a position. See that what he was doing in the lightweight division and playing around with mother effers, and then knocking out Richard Comey in the second round, and then outboxing the Matrix, the guy that was regarded the best technical fighter all over the world. Teofimo Lopez outboxed him to the point where you got Bernard Hopkins saying the only way that Teofimo Lopez going to lose a fight, man, the whole world, even the legends, Manny Pacquiao, Tito Trinidad, Roberto Duran, everybody was like, oh my God, this guy. Then the Cambosos. I don't think that I don't think half of the fans has gotten over that. They haven't got over that. Even with the Josh Taylor win, it got him back. It got it back, right? But then the Jermaine Ortiz, even though the Jermaine Ortiz was running like it was a marathon, but people didn't like it because people feel that his skills, that Teofimo Lopez is skillful enough and athletic enough to catch up to Jermaine Ortiz, trap him, and hurt him. That's how they feel because you already set a bar. He set that bar so high that everything is going to be a criticism. It's either you knock somebody out like Richard Comey or either you outbox him like Josh Taylor and Lomachenko. See, and this is another thing. I'm gonna say it like this. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand the trash talk. I understand it, but I also understand how other people don't like it. I understand. I understand the racial undertones to entice a fight. But let me ask, yo, Tio in the chat. Yo, Tio, do you want to fight Keyshawn Davis? Do you want to fight Keyshawn Davis? Because I even said it. I said in my opinion, the story, the story of the sparring, that should be personal. That should be personal. In my opinion, you should always want that fight. Just for personal reasons. Just for the person. Nah. These motherfuckers can't just be talking about my dad. And you know what I'm saying? Nah, bruh. That shit gotta stop right now. Now you got a belt. Now it could be for legacy too. And we gonna make millions. And I'm gonna whoop your ass for my last name. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I mean, that's just my opinion. That's my opinion. I think that fight needs. I think it has a better storyline than a lot of these fights. The, Keyshawn Davis versus Teofimo Lopez now has a better storyline than even a Devin Haney and a Tio. The storyline. Can you imagine the build up to that shit now? Exactly. He put. Well, Senior never said that Keyshawn put hands on him, but he did say that they jumped on him after Coach Kamara did put his hands on Senior. And shout out to Teofimo Lopez Senior OG. He did also say that when they got on me, that he said I thought I was gonna die. I couldn't breathe. So as a son, shit, I want that. Even though that Coach Kamara and Senior made amends and stuff like that, and Coach Kamara did apologize and stuff like that, I felt like he was out of character and things should have never gone that way. But in the end of the day, it did happen. What you feel about that, champ? Get that get back for the family? Get that get back for the for pops? I think right now is the time better than ever. That's the narrative. You know what I'm saying? Dang, that's the narrative. But you know what? It's becoming everybody's saying it. Tio got to fry bigger fish first. Okay. Oh no, I like that 3 fight deal. I understand it. Got the unification by Richards and Hitchens, get the win of Stanionis and Jerome Bruce Ennis, and then move on, get the win of Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia. But the Keyshawn stuff, it should be personal. In my opinion, it should be personal. Because you know when look, I'm gonna say it like this, man. Even though there's things happen, and then there's certain things that one thing that look, one thing that we respect from Teal. If you know Teal don't walk around with no bodyguards, no security, nothing like that. He's real like that, right? He don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? He let God be his armor, right? But it's becoming a habit of people walking up to his dad. You know what I'm saying? And you're a family man at the same time. It's becoming a habit. We seen it with we heard already. We heard what happened with the sparring. We heard the George the Arnold Barbosa team. Remember the Arnold Barbosa team? And then we see Bud Crawford. It's like it's becoming a habit where people just walking up to and threatening people at the same time. Nah, I see no say I say yeah. Ya, ya, una galleta que le tiene que dar a una persona, ya. See, you don't know shit about me. I don't give a F about Al Sharpton. And I was never on the Black Lives Matter shit. There's good people and there's bad people, point blank. Who you talking about, Hunter the Hunter? Who's getting at you? I just seen it right now. Hunter the Hunt is lit right now. He said Tio got bigger fish to fry. And HLD says we finally agree on something. Okay. All right. So don't fight Keyshawn. All right. Mm-hmm. Anyway. All right. So let's go on. Just disrespect the family. All right. Okay. But oh I think though, as much as these other fighters accomplish some things, I mean when it's all said and done, T.O. Keyshawn would be very entertaining fight. It would. It would. I do have T.O. Winning that fight, but I think the buildup will be very highly entertaining in the it will be highly entertaining. I think it will. It would. It would. And the thing is, if he's indulging into that, when he did that short video with the banana and stuff like that. So you're trying to entice, you're giving attention to Keyshawn Davis as well. So hopefully, it's a fight that Teofimo Lopez do want in the very, very near future. Yes, fighting Keyshawn right now is going slightly backwards. He can explore their options in the future. Okay. Now, I would have thought that fighting Keyshawn Davis when he didn't have the belt was going backwards. But if Keyshawn Davis has the WBO strap and wants to move up to face Tio, the WBO champion, then that is still respectable. You know what I'm saying? That is still it's still daring to be great for Keyshawn Davis, and it has to take a great fighter for that person to give the other person the opportunity to be great, right? Just like when Teofimo Lopez was the champion at 135, he was already calling out the champion in Josh Taylor because he's willing to move up. So a Keyshawn Davis moving up to fight Teofimo Lopez, that's a good fight. But I get it. I think those are good fights. I think T.O. Keyshawn, T.O. Tank, T.O. Haney, T.O. Ryan, T.O. Boots, T.O. You know what I'm saying? I think all those fights is good. Just have it on the table. Richardson as well. Have it on the table. Look, we're gonna be talking about if Gary Antoine Russell beats Puello, I think on the rematch, right? They having a rematch, right? We're gonna be talking about that a potential fight, right? And they know each other. Barbosa versus Keyshawn, win against Tio. I think Barbosa that's is already in place. I think with the Arnold Barbosa, he's been in position for that mandatory in the WBO for a while right now. I think and him beating Catterall, I think that actually would be a good fight as well. Because a lot of there's people out there that want to take that type of victory away from Teofimo Lopez, like they're trying to downplay Josh Taylor because a lot of people felt that he lost to Catterall, but Barbosa beat Jose Ramirez and Catterall. And if Teofimo Lopez beat Barbosa, we don't go through the triangle theory or whatever, all that stuff. But I think it will put an end to that type of narrative. Great fighters can win from their offense and defensive skills, sometimes below their opponents. I don't know. I like that fight. I think that's a good fight. And I think a Javante Tank Davis after the Lamar Roach fight, you know what I'm saying? I sense, I do sense in that interview that he would fight Tio though. I do sense in that. I sense when when Tank does talk about Tio, there is some respect. I actually think that Tank respects Tio more than all of them. Because even with his disrespect sometimes, or when he's trying to talk shit, he gives them a little credit at the same time. I think Tank respects Tio out of all of them the most, the skill set. And just like when Floyd Mayweather said which fight that he want to see, he said Tank versus Tio. When Tank was not good, when Tank and Floyd Mayweather is not in good standing, he said the fight that he wants to see is Tank and Tio. Teofimo Lopez con los $100 de Super Chari Chari Parique a comprar gasolina de 93. Dice, God gives, God taketh. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Jesus. Jesús está pasando por aquí. Jesús está pasando por aquí. Teofimo Lopez a comprar gasolina de 93. La familia va a ir a buffet mañana a los chinos. God bless, brother. God bless. Good looking out, man. Appreciate you, brother. God bless you, my brother. Hey, yo, watch it. The wife is gonna be like, "Oh, this motherfucker sending super chats. Look at court. Look at judge. Mira este. Mandando chupa chat, chupa chat." Good looking out. Appreciate you, man. Tank knows Tio is the hardest opponent for him. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. There's only one guy that can match the skills and talent, twitch muscle, experience. It's only one guy. To be honest, it's only one guy. I respect Tank's skills and talent, natural ability. There's only two guys that have natural abilities. It's only two guys, and I'm talking about with their contemporaries, right? It's only two guys that I see that yo, if you speak to coaches, they be like, yo, there's certain things that Teofimo Lopez do that you can't teach. Hey, yo, put it this way, Tio, put it this way. You know, in Dallas, as a matter of fact, I didn't even say this, but I'ma say it. I'ma say it, damn it. Ain't nobody told me off the record shit. All right, we just having a conversation. So I remember, y'all. I went to I went to Dallas to watch the Mike Tyson, Jake Paul, the Madison Serrano, Katie Taylor. Shout out to Madison Serrano. Good people, wonderful, wonderful people and stuff like that. Had the opportunity to walk out Madison Serrano. It was it was humbling. It was great, man. You know what I'm saying? When a lot of people didn't believe in her, there was only what? There was only four people in the locker room. What? Five people in the locker room. Because she, you know, one thing about Amanda that I do respect is that Amanda knows who was rocking with her when nobody, and then when nobody else was rocking with her. And it was Jordan, Jordan, her trainer, of course, her sister, the second hand, Mike Bassel, her cut man. But I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying, to acknowledge me and shit, that was like I was like surprised, very surprised. You know what I'm saying? That's how real she is as well. So shout out to Amanda, right? But after her fight, right, and she was getting stitched up, right? I went to there was a big room, right, where there's a bunch of locker rooms. Like, yo, that shit was crazy, right? So I had to. So around the corner, it was the locker room of, damn, it was Coach Red and Coach Komora, right? And that was in between the fight, the main event and the co-main event. There was another room on the on the there was another room where Amanda Serrano was getting stitched up, right? So I was chopping it up a little bit. So Coach Red says, "Yo, punch!" Coach Red, he's with Bud Crawford's team. Oh, so say what you were saying. Let's have that conversation right now, right? Because they don't like Coach Red ain't like. Shout out to Coach Red, but Coach Red didn't like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm pumping this Teofimo Lopez versus Terrence Bud Crawford, and I feel like, you know what, Bud Crawford should give Teofimo Lopez the opportunity and stuff like that. All of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, that people used to, hey yo, these guys used to rock with Tio. They like Tio, but as soon as he started calling out Bud Crawford, they don't rock with him no more. Now they saying he trash and all that stuff. So they know I'm pumping Tio. I'm doing it. I'm doing out in Twitter. I got videos and stuff like that, and they don't like it. So when Coach Red seen me, he's like, "I punch. All right, let's have this debate right now. Yeah, let's talk this Tio Bud Crawford shit." So um he like, come on, man, that's a great matchup, man. That's the Roberto Duran and Sugar Ray Leonard. What you talking about? He like, come on, man. You know Tio ain't ready for that. I said, man, stop it, bruh. Stop. That is daring to be great, man. What you talking about, man? We all fight fans, right? That's daring to be great. He's like, man, we got Canelo. We getting Canelo. I'm like, yeah, I don't got Canelo yet and stuff like that, but man, trust me, we got Canelo. So they already knew they was gonna get Canelo, right? And that was in November. We got Canelo, bro. We got Canelo, F that, Teofimo Lopez, and Bud Crawford shit, right? And then Coach Komora said this. He said, let me tell you like this, yo, Teofimo Lopez. Now we cool, we cool, man. And his father, we cool and stuff like that. I like Teofimo. Coach Komora says, I like Teofimo Lopez a lot. Teofimo Lopez is very good. He said Teofimo Lopez is special. And we was like, I was debating with Coach Red, but Coach Komora, nah, he was cool, man, calm, and we was just talking about the fight, the Mike Tight, the Amanda Serrano. We said that she got robbed and everything and stuff. But then we was talking about Tio. He said, let me say something about Tio, man. Tio is really good, man. Matter of fact, he's special. Tio is very special. He does things that you can't teach. Tio could be the best, but there's one thing that's gonna get on Tio, that's gonna get in the way of Teofimo Lopez. That's gonna prevent him to reach his highest potential. I said what? And he says his emotions. He said Teofimo Lopez fights with his emotions, and his emotions get the best out of him. Once he figures how to not be an emotional fighter, then he will match his expectations and supersede his expectations. But he said he don't see it. He said Teofimo Lopez is special, but what's gonna prevent him is emotions. That's what he said. And I'm like, this what I told him. And you can ask Coach Komora and stuff like that, and that little conversation that we had. Hunter of the hunt. My bad, Punch. Colo 20 pesos a comprar comida china. He said, my bad, Punch. I just have a different level of hate for racism. In the army, I have deployed and fought next to almost every single race imaginable. Watched them sweat, fight, cry, bleed, and die. We did that shit together. Yo, shout out to my brother Hunter the Hunt. Appreciate you, my brother, man, and thank you for, you know what I'm saying, man, serving, man. Thank you for serving, brother, man. We appreciate you, man. We appreciate you. Yo, did you smash that like button? I did. Good looking out, super. That's what Coach Komora, and this no, and this what I told Coach Komora. I said, I understand what you're saying. I I think that Teal has so much passion for the game that a lot of fighters I don't believe have. Like he truly wants to be great. He truly embodies the legacy the legacy aspect of the sport. And I don't think generally not everybody feels about it. That's why I think his emotions is attached to that. But he was talking about emotional as a fighter, right? And he said, these guys that he's in the ring with, he should be handling them easily, but he's fighting with emotions. And I said, I think that in certain fights, maybe I think the Jermaine Ortiz, right? I said the Sando Martin and then maybe the Jermaine Ortiz. I think that he's put pressure on himself to perform. Like I think that he already premeditated how this fight was going to be. And he wanted to be a showman, right? He was prepared, right? Because the Sando Martin, it was Madison Square Garden headliner, right? The big room for the first time. So I think he wanted to show. He just didn't want to win. It's how he was. He's like an artist. You know what I'm saying? He's like an artist. So for certain fighters, I said for certain fighters like Shakur Stevenson, he just want to win. A win is a win, but for Tio, a win is just not a win. He he wants to perform. He's a showman. So I think he put pressure on Showman and already thought that he was gonna win. He wanted to fight a certain way. He prepared a certain way and stuff like that. And it didn't and Sando Martin didn't give him what he premeditated wanted to showcase. Same thing with Jermaine Ortiz, Super Bowl week and stuff like that. So I think I said I'm not saying that that's 100%. I'm saying just saying my opinion. I think that's what happened on those type of fights, right? And he was like, "Nah, T.O. is special. T.O. does things that you can't teach. You can't teach other fighters, but the emotions is gonna get the best out of him." That's what he told me, right? What you think about those comments, T.O.? What do you feel about that? About what Coach Komora did say? If you're still in the chat, you feel me? And I never explained that publicly. If Tio wins 3 fights back to back, he has to be a big star. Forget about just a big star. If Teofimo Lopez beats Richardson Hitchens, moves up and beat Boots Ennis, and then moves up and beat the winner Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney, I want to hear all-time great. I don't want to just hear big star. I want to hear people say all-time great. He's going to be in the Hall of Fame already. But I want to hear all-time great because he will just be 28 years old. He will just be 28 years old to accomplish all of that. That back to back to back to back. Man, yeah. Maybe that's what he needs to do. He needs to do basically almost the impossible. So is Tio ever going to fight Shakur Walter with the 2000? I don't think so. I think, but maybe in the long run, I don't see Shakur and Tio path coming together. That's one thing. I don't see Shakur and Tio as much as we think it's close. Shakur and Tio was never lined up because Shakur in the amateurs was weight below Tio. You know what I'm saying? They came in the same year, but it's never been. Look, the Four Kings was always, and even though that I'm just saying the Four Kings and people that's the narrative, right? But let's just say the Four Kings that people was trying to build this new age Four Kings. It was Tank, it was Devin, it was Ryan, and it was Tia. It was never Shakur because Shakur come from the smaller division. He just moved up to 135. These guys are moving on to 147. By the time Shakur wants to move up to 140, you already know it's not going to be no time soon. Shakur just got to 135. These guys are already planning to go to 147. So by the time that Shakur, and then we all know that Shakur can't pack that punch. He never packed the punch. It's the difference with fighters really moving up. And he's already a 3 division world champion. But I just don't think that Shakur Stevenson is going. I think 147, it will be too much. Just because he just can't pack that punch. And he already got Look, folks. Look at this. Come on, man. Y'all seen the video I had earlier. You know what I'm saying? Look at them hands, man. Look at them hands, man. Oh shit, I gotta charge this. Hold on. Yo, I forgot. She was gonna turn off on me. Oh shit. Nah, Shakur definitely ain't trying to fight Tio. I think he would fight Tio. I just don't think that it is smart. I think that I don't think they could cross paths right now. You know what I'm saying? There's certain fights that I believe Kid Austin could get an upset. I believe Kid Austin could get an upset. Now a lot of fighters have surgery in their hands and stuff like that, but the thing is with Shakur is that he already he don't see. And I said this in a video earlier. Um, a lot of people want to compare brittle hands, Floyd Mayweather's brittle hands. Well, they want to compare Shakur Stevenson brittle hands with Floyd Mayweather, but people got to understand that Floyd Mayweather was knocking people out in the beginning of his career. Floyd Mayweather was a little knockout artist as well. It's not people forget about Pretty Boy Floyd, bro. People forget about that. So Floyd Mayweather had to adjust to his brittle hands over time. But Shakur never had power. So now it's like, and he got to be very, very good to not have power, have brittle hands as well, and get a victory. I don't look. I believe that if anybody want to bet on the underdog, Kid Austin, bet on. If you want to make money, and there's any chance of the underdog winning, Kid Austin got a hell of a chance. He got the skills. He got the skills. He got the experience of knowing Shakur Stevenson. A lot of people, and this is what I have not been hearing in other platforms, other boxing minds. They be like that. Kid Austin doesn't have experience. Well, I I don't care about the experience too much with other fighters. I think that sometimes we could overlook the experience because the same shit that people was talking about Tio versus Lomachenko, oh that Tio doesn't got the experience. Guess what? He outboxed him. But what Kid Austin does have is the experience of knowing Shakur Stevenson, the experience of being in a camp with Shakur Stevenson, knowing his training regimen, numerous sparring sessions with Shakur Stevenson. So his experience of knowing Shakur Stevenson is enough. Not is the experience on his resume fighting world champions and stuff like no, but the experience of knowing Shakur is enough. That's where the confidence comes from. Yeah, Carlos Adamas is an underdog as well. I'll bet on Shiraz as well. Um, But I also think that if he just had um right hand surgery, so peep this, all right, September, he went into camp in December, right? So that means he only had one, two, wait, October, November, and he only had like 2 months and a half to rehab his hands because then remember he had to go to training camp in December. So I don't know if Shakur Stevenson, if he's 100%, even though that I've heard fighters, I don't know how much of a, if it was just a minor hand surgery or or major hand surgery. You know what I'm saying? I know fighters that had limited sparring sessions and still going to fight and winning fights. Teofimo Lopez has limited sparring session and still won fight, right? But and I remember, you remember T, Teal was if Teal. I remember he hurt his hand. leading up to the Sandor Martin fight. I remember that shit in sparring. And still be Sandor Martin. He had surgery. I mean, Shakur Stevenson now has surgery, and his left hand was effed up, leading to the Edo de los Santos fight. So he's going to need his jab. He's going to need his jab to he's gonna need his jab to keep Kid Austin off of him, in which people say that Kid Austin has the style of Sean Porter. Well, you're going to need a jab to keep him off him, and he's going to need his straight left hand. So his power is going to be limited with his left, and then maybe he's going to second guess his jab with his right hand, his surgically repaired right hand. So if there is any upset, probably I'll get Kid Austin in that card. Ladies and gentlemen in the chat, what do y'all feel? Now I'm gonna ask y'all a question. I'm gonna ask the question. I'm gonna ask the question. I'm gonna ask the question. Is Tank the belt? Meaning, like I was saying earlier, that it seems like it doesn't matter what these other guys accomplish. Tio, Shakur, and Devin Haney. The majority of the people in the sport of boxing, whether they're pundits and writers, legendary fighters, coaches, they given the benefit of the doubt to Gervonta Tank Davis as being the guy. It's just not a narrative. It's just not the media. It's coaches. It's legend fighters. It's pundits. It's credible name writers. Do you give more credit for Tio unifying the titles with Richardson Hitchens, or Teofimo Lopez taking Gervonta Tank Davis O? Is taking Gervonta Tank Davis O in this generation more valuable than becoming a unified champion in the lightweight division or unified champion in the 140-pound division? Is Tank the belt? Because T.O. accomplished enough to retire and head to the Hall of Fame. Shakur Stevenson is a 3-division world champion. Unified the titles in a 130-pound division. Devin Haney is was an undisputed in the 135-pound division. You already know that if it wasn't for the politics of the sport of boxing, Teofimo Lopez should be recognized as the first 2-division undisputed world champion in the 4-belt era. If it wasn't for the politics of the sport of boxing, and y'all know it. That's why he's 2-time lineal. And everybody knows it, even the pundits themselves, even the fighters and trainers themselves, but they still see Tank as the guy. No. Real estate says no. The public believes in Tank more than himself. Teofimo is the guy. I don't care what anybody else thinks. Look, I understand that. I have my opinion. I believe that Teofimo Lopez is the guy. But I'm trying to not be just focused on my opinion, but what's the landscape of the sport. You understand what I'm saying, folks? I don't want you to give me the personal opinion. But what it is what it is. It's go right now. Anybody right now. Go check ESPN pound for pound list. Go ahead right now. Go to Ring TV pound for pound list right now. We have opinions, but our opinions is not as strong as we could alter. We could vote for people to be in the Hall of Fames. I don't have that. I don't have that power. We don't have that power. A Dougie Fisher has the power. He's the guy in that he's bigger payday, but not by legacy. But he's on people's. Trust me, I understand what you're saying because for me, I think that Tio is the guy. He's the guy. I think that Tank knows that if Tank does want to fight somebody that's going to say, all right, this is the legacy fight. This is the fight that if Tank doesn't want to fight all these guys, but there's just one fight that if somebody be like, what is the fight that's really gonna do? I think he would be like Tio. I don't want to have this conversation acting like we don't know what's there. You know what I'm saying? Tank is the guy. I don't care about nobody's opinion. I like Tio and the others. Now, what they say, Tank not giving the best fights. Tell that to the Gates and the pay-per-view buyers. And that's what I'm saying. Like I think certain people could just argue and debate about the pay-per-view buys and the pay-per-view buys, the gate, but it's more than that. It's also more than that. They're giving Javante Tan Davis technically. Look what he said. What he said today. He said nobody in TV is showing more skills than me. He said nobody in TV is better skillfully than me. I said this before. I actually think that that victory that Teofimo Lopez had with Vasily Lomachenko, if it wasn't an open circuit, if it was a matter, if it wasn't for the pandemic, I think it would have been because I think they would have sold out Madison Square Garden. And the way that Teofimo Lopez name was buzzing and Lomachenko after Teofimo Lopez knockout with Richard Comey and Lomachenko after the Campbell fight, if it wasn't for the pandemic, damn, that would have been a fucking electric night. Cosmic with a $5 super chat. What's good? Said which cock blocking moderator blocked me in the chat? It's an illusion, in my opinion, to a disagree. When T.O. beats him, they'll say Tank was too small. Now, who's blocking you in the chat? Hold on. Give me 1 second, brother. Give me 1 second. Nobody should be blocking you. Hold on. Hold on. Got you. Nobody be blocking my guy. Cosmic of the Cinco Peso. Appreciate that punch. Yeah, man. Nobody should be blocking you, man. What's going on with these people out here, man? Keep imagining. Punch. Tank literally has the machine working against him. Smear his name. What people miss is the casuals don't give a shit about what y'all saying. I don't think there's been a smear campaign on Javante Tan Davis, to be honest. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't believe there's been a smear campaign on Javante Tan Davis. I think that Javante Tan Davis has been performing on a consistent basis, has fed his boxing fans to the point where he quenches the thirst of the paying customers. With Javante Tan Davis, you expect a stops, you expect electricity, you expect a knockout, and he gives you just that. And that's what the other fan bases don't want to acknowledge. That Javante Tan Davis is consistent. Look, everybody expects Javante Tan Davis to knock out Lamar Roach, right? Everybody expects that. People know it, but they're still gonna watch. You know why? Because at the end of the day, people would like to see a fight and it's entertaining. Joshua Cotto said he inherited his fan base from Mayweather. I don't think so. I think that's a I think that's a look. I could understand that, but I don't think so. I've been to a Tank fight, and when you went to a Floyd Mayweather fight, he was getting booed. I think Tank's fans are more faithful than Mayweather fans. Mayweather was getting paid because people hated him and people wanted to see Mayweather lose. Gervonta Tank Davis, people go to see his fight because people want to see him win and he entertains. That's a whole different type of fan base, brother. That's a whole different type of fan base. Now, you may start you started the cosign of Mayweather, right? He was your mouthpiece. You feel me? Yes, he started. But I think that throughout the years, he has developed a cult like fan base, his own niche fan base that has nothing to do with Floyd. Because think about it, if that was all Floyd's fan, Gervonta Tank Davis and Floyd Mayweather is always at odds. As a matter of fact, Gervonta Tank Davis was talking shit about Floyd Mayweather in this interview. So if Gervonta Tank Davis is Floyd Mayweather's fans, then they will be booing Gervonta Tank Davis. Nah, man, Tank got his own, has developed his fan base. With the help, yes, he did have help, but it's become a Gervonta Tank Davis fan base, not a Mayweather fan base. Gervonta Tank Davis, everywhere he goes. See, look at, not even Floyd Mayweather fought outside of Vegas. Tank will sell out in Atlanta, New York, Washington, Cali, Vegas. Nah, man. Sometimes I gotta give credit what credit is due. See, I'm all about giving credit what credit is due. I'm trying to give my perspective and my opinion, but also look at the landscape. I'm not trying to live in my own bubble. You know what I'm saying? And I think this is the type of content I'm trying to. This is the nature of the content. That this is not this content is just not an opinion of mine. I'm looking at everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at everything. 90% of the coaches I'll talk to, they'll be like Tank will beat them all. And that's not media driven. It's not media driven, bro. They see something in this guy that they feel like he's better than all of them. You guys think that this is just a narrative. Yeah, everybody has their own narrative, man. Every high invested fighter has a fan base that could create a narrative. There's people that feel like Canelo Alvarez is not ducking David Benavidez. And there's other people that say that he is ducking David Benavidez. All right, HLD. So who wins, Shakur or Tank? Who wins, Shakur or Gervonta Tank Davis? In your prediction. Matter of fact, I'm gonna ask the chat the question, and I'm gonna give y'all a minute, and y'all put it in the chat. Who wins, Tank or Shakur? I'm gonna give a minute. I'm gonna say certain fights, and let's see if what I'm saying is not what it is. Let's see. Bobby says Tank. HLD says Shakur. Joshua says Tank. Joshua says Tank doesn't care. Who wins, man? Stop. Don't give me no explanation. Tank or Shakur, bro? Come on, man. I'm asking a straight question. Just type Tank or Shakur. No explanations. Shakur says Joshua. Uptown Boy says Tank. HLD says Shakur. Tank Technique. Tank Josh. Abdul Wahid said Tip Bayless. Okay, Shakur by boring decision. We got 1, 2, 3. Shakur. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, that's enough. All right, Tank wins. Tank wins, right? All right, now who wins, Tank or Lomachenko? Tank or Lomachenko? Just write Tank or Loma. Tank or Loma. We got a minute. Let's go. Tank or Loma. Who wins? Angel says Loma. He said Dak. All right. 1, 3, 2 for Loma. Just say straight Loma or Tank. Don't give me no explanation. We got 2. We got 3, 3 for Loma. 3. Let me see back. Hold on. When it started. Hold on. It started with Angel. All right. Loma 1. HLD. Loma 2. Tank, Prelude 1, Dak 2, Triller 3. What's good, Triller? 3, Booze 4, Mike 5, Bobby 6, Josh 3, 7, Uptown 5 for Loma. Stop mentioning Tank. Loma 5. Lomachenko. Prelude. Prelude. 6, Loma. All right. Ron 7. 7, 7. 7, 7. 7, 7. We need one more. I give 15 more seconds. 7, 7. 7, 7. 8. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Tank wins this one. All right. So Tank beats Shakur. Tank beats Loma. Do y'all want me to say Tank versus Keyshawn? Or if already Tank could beat Shakur and Loma, that means he beats Keyshawn. Let's try the Keyshawn one. Tank, Keyshawn. Tank or Key? Tank versus Key. Who wins? I give it a minute. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Tank versus Key. I hit Tank. 1, 2, 3. 1 for King. 4. 5. 6. 2 for King. Dak 7. 8. 9. What's good? What's good? All right. Easily Tank wins this. Okay. Tank is the best at lightweight. Tank is the best at lightweight right now, right? Tank is the best at lightweight. They didn't have to earn no undisputed. They didn't have to unify the titles. People believe that Tank is the best. Now, let's go. Tank going to 140. Let's say Tank versus Devin Haney. Tank versus Haney. Who wins? Tank versus Haney. Tank versus Haney. Tank, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Pat says 5. I mean 1 for Devin. Yeah, right. Yoda, 2, 4, 5, 6 for Tank. 6 to 2. 3, 4. 8 to 2. 8 to 2. Which one HLD? Haney or Tank? 9 for Tank. All right, Tank. Tank beats Devin Haney. All right, let's go. Okay, Tank versus Richardson Hitchens. Tank versus Hitchens. Who wins? Tank versus Hitchens. 1, 2. Tank. Ron says Hitchens. 3, 4, 5, 6 for Tank. 7 for Tank. 8 for Tank. 2 for Hitchens. 10 more seconds. 9, 10 for Tank. All right, Tank is going. Tank. 11. All right, Tank got that. Tank beats Hitchens. Who else? Hitchens, Puello. Tank versus Puello. Tank versus Puello. 1, Tank. Trailer funny. No, we gonna do that. 1, 1, 1. Tycho says Puello. We got 1 Tank. Puello, Mark. Pollo, 3, Puello. Tank, 2-3. Puello winning thus far. Tank, Tank, 4-3. 5, 5-3. Tank, 5-3. Tank, 6-4. 6-4. Javonta Tan Davis beats Puello. So Javonta Tan Davis beat Hitches, beat Puello, beat Devin, beats Loma, beats we said Loma, Shakur beats Keyshawn. Now, Tank versus Tio. Who wins? Tank versus Teofimo. Who wins? At 140. Tank versus Tio. Mark says Tio. 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 Tank. Mike says Tank. Pat, Tank. Uptown, Joshua. Tio. Uptown, Tank. Tank. Tio. 5-4. Tio. 23. 6-4. Tio. HLD. 7-4. Tank versus Tio. We're doing Tank versus Tio. Diablo, ustedes no son de kindergarten. Ustedes... Tank versus Tio Cop. Cope. 23. Tio. We got 8-4. 8-4. 8-4. 8-4. 5. 8-5. I give 15 more seconds. 15 more seconds. 8-5. Tio leading. Mark. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. 8-6. Tio leads. Tio beats Tank. So there you go. The ultimate fight. The ultimate fight is Tank versus Tio. That's the only fight that people believe is this best matchup. So outside of Tio, right? Javonta Tan Davis beats them all. In the minds of many, Javonta Tan Davis beats them all. Give me 1 second. I got Shakur over everybody if his hands right. No ifs, no nothing. Just who's a better skillful fighter and all that. They go head to head. Pause. But you see how close it is? You see how Tank beats, in the minds of many, beats them all. Except for Tio. That's what I believe. I believe that it will be a good fight, but I believe that Tio edges it at 140. But that's the reason Javante Tank Davis, for the most part, beats them all in the minds. So think about it. So people don't stress Javante Tank Davis. People don't shame Javante Tank Davis. You gotta face Shakur. You gotta face this one. Because most people believe that Javante Tank Davis beats them anyway. See, you shame a great fighter because you think that there's another great fighter out there that could actually beat them. That's why, see, people are shaming Canelo. You know why? Because there's a lot of people out there that believe that David Benavidez beats Canelo. People shamed Floyd Mayweather because a lot of people truly believe that Manny Pacquiao could beat Floyd Mayweather. People do not hold Gervonta Tank Davis to the fire. Look at what even Keyshawn Davis in the interview said. Why y'all don't ask him if he's gonna fight me or why? Because in the back of a lot of people's minds, Gervonta Tank Davis is better anyway. Thus, he don't even have to. In the minds, he don't even have to fight these guys. He's already better than them. I think I never seen this in the sport of boxing. He said, I do shame. And it's not just I. Remember, we all have our opinions, but I doesn't equal to the most, the more, the masses. Let's be real about it. Let's be real. What you know what I'm saying? Is just like we're real about Javante Tank Davis numbers, just like we could be real and say, you know what? Javante Tank Davis sells more than all these guys. He packs the house more than all these guys. We could say it. Yes, Javante Tank Davis, because we know the masses speak for itself. The numbers speak for itself in terms of, again, media, pundits, legendary fighters, coaches, and all that. They have Javante Tank Davis as that guy. Whether you like it or not. Whether you be like, I don't even go into no Javante Tank Davis fight. I go to all Tio fight. I go to all Shakur fights. In the end of the day, what fight do most boxing fans go to out of all of them? Tank. And he don't even have to fight somebody great. Tank is a recognized name. If you know Tank, you know Tio, you know Haney, you know Ryan, you know Shakur. It's not about, but why is he a recognized name? Why is he still a recognized name? Why he's a relevant name? Why? He hasn't been with Floyd Mayweather a long time. It's because he captivates the imaginations and the emotions of the boxing fans. His performances. Now, let me tell you like this. If Teofimo Lopez would have knocked out Josh Taylor in Super Bowl week and would have stopped and knock out Steve Claggett, trust me, especially after his performance versus Josh Taylor, the whole world of boxing, the whole world in entertainment will be like, yo, Tio versus Tank needs to happen now. But because of the performances of Teofimo Lopez, it has yet truly shamed Gervonta Tank Davis. Teofimo Lopez had, for that fight, I'm telling you, for people to hold Gervonta Tank Davis to the fire, Teofimo Lopez has to send statements. Statements, he does. If Tio stops Richardson Hitchens, who is great friends with Tank, if Tio beats Boots, What you think the fans is gonna say to Javante Tan Davis? You ask anybody, yo, what you think about Tank versus Tio? They like it, but they like it como calladito, como, yo, that's tough. Yo, that's a tough fight, bro. That's a good fight. That's a good fight. But also, most people that know about the skills and talent of Teofimo Lopez, they just they, they just don't know what to expect from him because of the performances versus guys that he should be taking out. Nothing that would just be glorifying. No, stop. Come on, guys. Stop staying. Yo, Koto, stop staying stuck. It's like you guys just don't wanna don't wanna admit certain things, man. Like I could admit it, bro. Like I could say, like, yo, damn, nah, T.O., man, come on, man. That perform, man, you had to take this guy out, bro. Doesn't matter how it's nah, man. That's not the guy to go 12. He's just not the guy. There's tough opponent. Hey, put it this way: if Teal would have gone 12 with Pitbull Cruz, it would have been understandable because he's. But not Steve Claggett, not him, not him, not him. Also because he was unknown. Right now, what's hindering the star power, the progression of the star power that Teofimo Lopez could have is the performances. See, because this is what it is. Once he's performed like that versus Vasily Lomachenko, we're looking. Oh, now people are convinced, and then they be like, "What?" So then after Josh Taylor, everybody is all eyes on Tio, and then uh, that's how people are feeling. And I'm talking about not me. I'm talking about how the boxing fan, how the boxing world looks at it. They don't know what to expect. They don't know what performance to expect. But when you got Manny Pacquiao, you know what Manny Pacquiao is gonna show you. When you see Floyd Mayweather, you be like, all right, Floyd Mayweather's gonna outbox this guy. He's gonna outclass him, masterclass this other. So they know what to expect from certain fighters. If you already expect that Gervonta Tandy is gonna be knocking dudes out, boom. If you expect that Teofimo Lopez is gonna outclass and be a showmanship, both of these guys backflip and everything is great. Trust me, this is the biggest fight in the sport of boxing. This is the biggest fight in the sport of boxing. Gervonta Tan Davis versus Teofimo Lopez. If Teofimo Lopez holds on to the end of the bargain when it comes to performance at the highest level, at the highest of the highest consistently, this is the biggest fight in boxing. This is the richest fight in boxing in North America. Because he already got the accomplishment. So it's not the accomplishment that holding things back. But anyway, y'all, man, love y'all. Have had a wonderful night. Thank you for the support today, man. I hope everybody responds to light. I know it was a late live, but you know, man, so I'm going in and out of the hospital, man, with my grandmother. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying. I'm getting it in with these lives and videos, you know, as consistent as possible. So, love y'all. Love y'all. Hope y'all have a great night. And hope y'all subscribe to the channel. Y'all smash the like button, man. Love y'all. God bless. And on to the next.